world of possibility. Sounds like a love song. Sounds like a love song. The most incredible, baby. Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Elite Nurse Lifestyle, where we discuss all things fashion, most importantly, fragrances. Okay guys, before I get into it, I just want to say thank you all to everyone who jumped on my live the last Friday, was it? And chatted with me, and I got to know you guys a little bit better. You guys got to know me a little bit better. My goal is that I will do at least 1 or 2 a month. This way you guys can interact with me. We can discuss fragrances and things like that. Of course guys, I'm much more active on Instagram, and my tag is Empress Milani. I will put it somewhere in the video so you guys can follow me there. It's a little bit more up to date, and I'm a little more current. If this is your first time here, please like, share, and subscribe if you like the content. This way you won't miss anything. And also for my subscribers, thank you so much for returning and watching my videos. And let's get into it today. So I wanted to go over some of my most seductive fragrances that I have in my collection. These are some of the fragrances that I am obsessed with right now. Obsessed. And so I wanted to share that with you all. And we're gonna go ahead and start with one of my faves currently. I've had this now for maybe 6 months. And this is, guys, like I've mentioned before in a previous video, that if I were gonna smell like a rose, this is how I would want to smell. And this is none other than Fragrance de Bois Oud Rose Intense. Guys, this scent is so intoxicating, so seductive. When I got this fragrance, they sent me a sample of the Siberian rose. That as well is stunning, and it has, I believe, a suede note. I believe it's a suede note. If not suede, then leather. But guys, I don't know if you've been following me, but I love a leather and suede note. There's just something about a leather and suede note that just gives the fragrance this depth. And I find it so sexy, so alluring. And matter of fact, I recently got Tom Ford's suede fragrance. I'm gonna speak about that in another video, so I'll keep you posted on that one. But guys, this fragrance, so seductive. And it's not that, because before I was never huge with rose fragrances, right? Because I tend to find them dry or a little bit potpourri-ish. And so, but this, guys, it's done so beautifully. I've been wearing this nonstop. I went out the other night and I dressed up and I wore this fragrance, and tons of compliment. Of course, when you first spray it, you get like, I would say, a moderate projection, and then it sits a little bit closer to you after about an hour or so. It's not beast mode for sure, but I think so. This is why it's so much more seductive and it's more intoxicating. So, if you're going on date night, and this is not for like a first trying to get to know the person date, okay? This is for when you've already established, a connection, you sit close and, you want to snuggle. This is perfect. This is just like, whoo, like they're not going to want to stop smelling your neck. And, this is just so seductive. Get your nose on this fragrance if you have not already. Also, Siberian Rose, that's another one I'm gonna have to get because of that leather or suede note. It is just beautiful. But if you don't like the scent of leather, you may not like that. Like I've said, Tom Ford fragrances, my very first fragrance from Tom Ford was effing fabulous, and that was because of the leather note. I love me a leather note, so definitely get a sample before you buy that one. But this, I feel like anyone would love this fragrance. It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna give you a little bit of what the notes are. It says Oud Rose Intense, but like I've mentioned, the oud is done very well. It's not animalic in any way, shape, or form. You barely smell the oud, to be honest. It's fresh, it's woodsy, it's creamy. Some of the notes are rose, bergamot, sandalwood, fruity notes, geranium, and amber. Absolutely stunning fragrance, guys. Oud Rose Intense, get your nose on it. This would definitely be signature fragrance worthy. So, and then my second fragrance is from Victoria Minya, and this fragrance is Hedonist. And Hedonist, if you know what that word means, it's a person who is always in pursuit of pleasure, a fun seeker, a little bit kind of like myself when I was younger, that is, before I had responsibilities, you know. So this fragrance definitely spoke to me. The bottle is absolutely stunning. And this fragrance, guys, it is boozy. It's a little heavy, so definitely better for the cooler months, such as spring, fall, winter. Summer, I could see this getting a little bit too cloying, because it's got peach. There's this beautiful peach note in it, and it's got rum, I believe, and it's very boozy, intoxicating, seductive, very long lasting. I would say definitely a huge projection when you spray it. Lasts about 6 hours on my skin, 6-7 hours on my skin. Absolutely gorgeous fragrance. It has tobacco in it, and I think I've mentioned this before. Previously I'd had samples of it, and I really liked the samples, but I was scared to pull the trigger because tobacco sometimes goes a little sour on my skin. And so but you know, I kept trying it, and I was just like, the tobacco is not overbearing in this fragrance, and so I decided I was just gonna go ahead and get it. But it is absolutely stunning. Hedonist by Victoria Minya. I don't hear a lot of people speak about this fragrance, but it is absolutely stunning, and definitely worth a sniff. All right, guys, so that's my second one. And then I have X by Clivechristian, and this, guys, is I have a whole video dedicated to the Clivechristian X #1 and 1872, and so you guys could check that out. But this is a, let's see, it's a little spicy, a little woodsy, sweet, definitely seductive. You know, this fragrance perfect for date night. You know, when you wear this, guys, you're gonna command attention. Okay, you're just gonna command attention. People are gonna want to know what you're wearing. Some of the notes in this fragrance, Clivechristian X. It has peach, Sicilian mandarin, there's bergamot, rhubarb, pineapple, Egyptian jasmine, rose, lily of the valley, orris, which gives it like a slight powdery dry down, patchouli, cedarwood, vetiver, vanilla, cashmere, and musk, which gives it like this depth, this sexiness to this fragrance. But guys, absolutely beautiful. Floral, woodsy, sweet. You can't go wrong with any of these fragrances. 1872, the X, the #1, which is absolutely my favorite from those three that I've mentioned. The X, the 1872, and the #1. number one is definitely my favorite of that. And so with that said, next is number one, which is my other Seductive fragrance. And this is, let's see, it's sweet. It's also a Floriental, guys. You know, those are my favorite kind of fragrances. I've mentioned this before. So it's got floral notes, it's woodsy, sweet. So some of the notes in this fragrance, there's iris, ylang, vanilla, I believe there's bergamot, cardamom, rose, jasmine, orris, tonka, vanilla, orchid, cedarwood, and musk, as well as amber. And so it definitely has the amber and the musk, which gives it that seductive, you know, it's just a gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous fragrance. Actually, this fragrance was recognized by Guinness World Record for being the most expensive fragrance. Of course, it's not this bottle. The bottle was that was recognized, had, you know, jewels, and was just really beautiful. But the scent is the same. And so guys, get your nose on this one as well. Stunning. There wouldn't be a Seductive list without none other than Roja. You guys know how I feel about Roja, guys. In particular, Enigma or Creation E. But guys, I've mentioned this before. This, I mean, do I really even have to go over this? Because every best of the best list is gonna have this for me. This is my masterpiece. Enigma. It's boozy. Oh, it's, guys, it gives me like this visceral reaction when I smell it. I don't know what it does. Like, I smell it and it just triggers something in my brain. But it has this booziness, seductive. When you spray it, it's moderate to, it gives you a moderate to huge projection. Sillage is amazing. And some of the notes in this, of course, it has bergamot per usual. Roja always does like a aromatic note at the top of his fragrances. It also has iris. I believe there's jasmine as well. You know, it dries down a little bit powdery, but absolutely stunning fragrance. I have a full review dedicated to this fragrance. Get your nose on it. If you know, then you know. Then I wanted to shine some love on this fragrance here that I absolutely love. And guys, this fragrance performs like a niche quality fragrance in my humble opinion. And this is none other than Dior Hypnotic Poison. I mentioned this in the live that I did. If I were to keep 5 fragrances and designer, this would definitely be one of them. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is seductive. It's creamy. It's floral. It's oriental. It's it has like a plum note at the top, and absolutely stunning fragrance. I feel like this is going to be in most fragrance, people who love fragrances, this will be a fragrance in their collection, because it's just, for this fragrance are, like I mentioned, it has that plum note. It also has apricot. There's tuberose, jasmine, lily, rose, sandalwood, which gives it this creaminess in the dry down. My gosh, it is beautiful. There's almond, which gives it like a gourmand quality, and there's also vanilla and musk, which gives it that sensual effect. And guys, I know a lot of people know about this one. It is just absolutely stunning. Say no more. And so guys, I hope you liked my list of seductive fragrances, and let me know if you have any of these fragrances. What are your thoughts on them, and which fragrances for you are seductive? Again, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Empress Milani. And if you are new here, if you like the content, please like and subscribe. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.